Nights like tonight are why hockey is my absolute favorite sport. An absolute amazing display by the Americans and the Canadians in Montreal, Quebec tonight for the Four Nations tournament. Listen, it's been a while since I hopped on. I was going to hop on after the Super Bowl, but if you can't tell, my voice is a little different than usual. I got the flu. The night of the Super Bowl is when I started feeling it. And this flu has been nasty. It's got my whole family. It's got me. And I feel pretty much okay, but still got some residual effects still getting me. 6 days later, I get sick. Probably once a year, I get sick. And it's usually about a day and a half, if that. And I'm back at 100%. Like it never happened. And I don't know what's going on, but this flu that's going around out here in the northern United States, absolutely nasty. Wash your hands, protect yourselves. Went through my whole family. Luckily, everyone's good, but, I'm still feeling it. I couldn't even get on and talk after the Super Bowl. I was too sick. I didn't care. And now I'm feeling okay, but the voice is still a little congested or whatever you want to call it. But the four nations in the NHL. Listen, I was a little bit worried that because it was a cover-up or covering the All-Star game, that we would get sort of an All-Star game type performance from the players. Like you would get the Crosby, McDavid line and all that. But you wouldn't necessarily get them playing at 100%. It was going to be a lot of open ice, a lot of half-hearted stick checking. Not the case at all. I was absolutely wrong. This game tonight was one of the best hockey games I've ever seen. And it all starts with the tension in Canada that they have with the United States. Listen, what are your political beliefs? I don't know. I believe whatever you believe in, but one way or the other, however you feel about it, the Canadians are booing the American national anthem. Me personally, as an American, I don't like it, and I don't think any American likes it, but I do respect Canada, where I live. I do live in the United States. However, I can see Canada. I could walk to Canada in 5 minutes. I love Canada, and yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I get why to an extent, but we're talking about hockey players. We're talking about veterans. So if you feel a certain way about one person or a few people in the government, do you really boo the whole country? Because that's kind of what it is, right? You're booing the country. So, I don't know. I like that America stuck it to them tonight. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanted America to win after that real bad. I know they've been booing. I thought maybe tonight it would be a little bit different. No. We went to their country. They booed our anthem, and right out of the gate, fight. It's Matthew Tkachuk fighting Brandon Hagel. It was a good fight. Then as soon as they drop the puck again, it's Brady Tkachuk and it was Sam Bennett, I believe. Yeah, it was Sam Bennett. And then you thought it was over right after that, but then the puck goes into the zone, the goalie covers, immediately a third fight. At that point, I know it was JT Miller and some other defenseman for the Canadian team, but that fight went more to the Canadian guy. Don't remember his name. Sorry about it, but it is what it is. All right? And then this game was chippy. I mean, this first period was something to behold, something I'll remember. Crosby went behind the net at a certain point. He got pushed down, and I was surprised. Usually a legend like Crosby, they're going to give you a little more room. They're not going to hit you and then push you afterwards. Not tonight. The United States made a big statement tonight. They weren't putting up with that shit. McDavid got laid out a couple times. Lots of big hits in this game. First goal of the game, though. It's McDavid himself. He flies through McAvoy after a pass from Doughty, gets a clean backhand, top shelf, 1-0 for the Canadiens. But later on in the first period, it was McDavid getting absolutely crushed. And then the puck goes the other way. Eichel gets it to Jake Gensel. Gensel ties the game. It's 1-1 at the end of one. The second period, Canada, it was a lot slower, and Canada felt like they were controlling the pace a little bit. But after a really good shift by the Canadians, Larkin gets the puck and a sloppy change, 2-on-1 for the Americans. Larkin with a snipe right over the blocker. Beautiful shot, 2-1 for the Americans. And that was pretty much it. It was all close quarters hockey after that. There was no room for anybody. There weren't a lot of good chances. And it went all the way into the third period where Gensel got an empty netter at the end, but there was no room. The Canadians weren't going to score another goal. The Americans' defense was locked. They were physical. I mean, just very proud of the way the United States team handled that adversity tonight. It was just a wonderful way to see, the just desserts get handed out to the Canadians. And I know how they feel about us. And it feels like, there's a little beef right now. There's a little, like we're still like buddies, but yay! It's like that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward and SpongeBob are shaking each other's hands because they finally come to a treaty, and it gives the dialogue in their head, and Squidward's going, "Look at that buck-toothed moron. You can't trust him as far as you could throw him." And then it pans to SpongeBob, and he's like, "Look at that big-nosed phony." It's kind of feeling like that, isn't it, a little bit? I don't know. But hopefully whatever's going on with the tariffs, hopefully whatever's going on with the tariffs and all that could get sorted out. I don't like that has put a damper on hockey, but I don't know, it makes for great hockey. It made for a wonderfully entertaining evening tonight. So maybe it is a good thing. I don't know. Probably not a good thing economically for the Canada. But great thing for the sport of hockey, it looks like. Yeah, because I seen all the major outlets posting it. You got ESPN, Sports Center, all that shit posting this hockey game. So, yeah, it was a wonderful sight. Just wanted to bring it to people's attention. Wonderful game. Alexa, play Freebird. Let the Canadians know that this hockey shit comes through the United States, baby. Comes through the United States. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, all you guys got left is curling. Just go and focus on that. All right, I'm all right.